Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new review. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You might have noticed a change this week, which is I added, a couple weeks ago I asked you guys what kind of format you like for the fragrance reviews, and actually some of you said you like the really short reviews where people just they just cut to the chase, no intros, no outros, no bells, no whistles, boom. And so I just did that. I filmed the short version of this, which you can check out if you like, and I'm going to try to do that each week, dependent on how much time I have. But I'm going to try my best because some of you actually really do like the short ones, and then other people specifically go to my channel because, like this episode, they like the longer version, and I must admit that I personally prefer the longer version just because I like having a conversation with you about the fragrance that I'm looking at each week, and I like to delve into the inner workings of a fragrance, and I don't think you can do that in 2 to 4 minutes. So anyway, there's the short version, which I'll be doing each week now for a while and kind of see how that plays out, and then I'll be doing my normal rather verbose version here, which I'll call the long version or something like that. But anyway, it'll be a full review is what I'm trying to say. So this week you have seen the title and description, so you know this week I am taking a look at Atelier, and this is Pacific Lime. I can't see if that's fully focused, and if it's not, no problem, because I'll show you the bottle anyway. In editing, I'll add that. So for the next 7 weeks, I'm going to be taking a look at this sampler. And this sampler is by Atelier Cologne. And it says the following. It says, Atelier Cologne, Maison des Parfums, Paris, Perfume Stories. And then it says hashtag 7 perfumes, 7 moments. Whoa. Okay. And then in each one, it has a description on the back, and then it has a description of what that moment is for each one. Now, you know that this is Pacific Lime this week, so the question that begs to be asked is, will that description of it live up to what they say is the moment? Stay tuned and find out. All right, welcome back. So you have seen the sampler set, the front, and again, that is 7 perfumes, 7 moments. Whoa. On the back, they say, I'm going to read this actually because I like the history behind it. It says, these are Cologne Absolue, which means perfume of character born from nature. Cologne Absolue. So these are going to be lighter, fresher takes. These are not like EDTs, EDPs. So we'll keep that in mind when we're taking a look at like things like longevity and projection. It says here, the original Eau de Cologne was created in 1709 in Cologne, Germany, by Italian perfumer and avant-garde globetrotter Giovanni Maria Farina. His fresh blend of citruses captured a strong memory of his homeland. An Italian spring morning, mountain daffodils and orange blossom after rain. When he was particularly homesick, he doused himself in the cologne and felt like he was surrounded once again by his family and friends. Now, they say, specifically for Pacific Lime, that, here it is right here, that the moment that they envision is poolside, mojitos in hand, BFFs, and splash of Pacific Lime, hashtag drinks. Okay, so this is basically having mojitos by the pool is their moment, and I will answer my own question right now and say that I certainly understand where they're coming from, but I think it is slightly different than that. That's not exactly the moment that I would describe. Now, what moment that will be is coming up in a little bit, okay? But before I dive in the full-on review here, I would like to thank all the new subscribers because just like the previous weeks, since last Friday, we have had an absolute cavalcade. We have had a Santa Claus bag chock full of gifts worth of subscribers. Okay, all right, that was bad. I have had a lot of subscribers since last Friday, and I want to say thank you very much. You can check out here my channel trailer and check out more about my channel. Bottom line is I have a 5-spray rating system, and what I do is at the end of each fragrance review, I actually put that number out of 5 of sprays on me to end the episode. So, of course, that will be Pacific Lime in this fragrance review. So, thanks again. Really appreciate all of your support. And in the comment box, I'd like you to take a moment and let me know what your scent of the day is. Mine, of course, is, you know what it is. It's Pacific Lime. But let me know what you are rocking in these days, or specifically exactly the day when you are watching this video. I always enjoy hearing about your scent of the day. All right, so let's take a look at the notes here. This is a very linear scent. This is going to be, well, it's called Pacific Lime, so it's going to be cherry. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be lime, more lime, and then you're going to have some lemon and mint. Now, I also, when I looked at the notes, I saw that they included eucalyptus and they included coconut. And I have to tell you, I don't pick up coconut here. I definitely pick up tons of lime, appropriately named, lemon, clear, and then I also get mint. And so here is what this fragrance actually is pretty easy to describe, for me at least, because this fragrance really is, think about this. This is like if Paul Mitchell, so think of a shampoo company, and if I say Paul Mitchell, you don't necessarily think of a certain scent, do you? You just think of the product. And so I'm choosing it for that reason. And then I want you to think that, like, Paul Mitchell calls Jolly Rancher and says, I want to partner with you because I want to make a candy-like shampoo. That is Pacific Lime in a bottle, okay? Pacific Lime is like if you took a shampoo and then you mixed it with Jolly Rancher scent, because it has a certain candy element to it, and it smells like, again, a product of like shampoo or soap. And so for that reason, though, it's going to be very refreshing and uplifting. So here's what I'm going to say about that. So this is basically Jolly Rancher shampoo is how I see Pacific Lime. And as far as the moment, then I see this. My moment is, I understand what they're saying about the mojitos and the poolside, but I would say I also see it though as like, I personally think this is more feminine. It's too feminine for me. I wouldn't have it in my collection, but I would recommend it to women because I think it smells really, really nice. It's just a little too feminine for me. So I see this as a woman who's going to some sort of social event in the spring or summer, and it could be a pool, as they say, but I see it even as working with like a summer dress, and I see it like a wedding or a baby shower, some sort of event that's outside. And I see that she has, she sees all these people that she hasn't seen in a long time. And so they either stay at that event a lot longer than she expected, or they decide to go out somewhere and just keep the party going. This would be a perfect fragrance for that. So my moment would be something along those lines, like having maybe perhaps a happy hour, an extended event after a social event, and that's kind of more, I didn't necessarily think of it as poolside, but it certainly is a spring summer fragrance, no doubt. So this one is relatively linear. It's not incredibly versatile. They themselves even have a specific moment, so you wouldn't buy this expecting versatility. It certainly smells, when I think of adjectives for this, I think of mood changing. As corny as that sounds, it actually is. It's uplifting. It's pretty hard to be emo when you're wearing Pacific Lime, okay? And if you are feeling emo, put this on. So it's uplifting. It's positive. I would call this youthful. It is spirited because it has kind of a soap, shampoo, uplifting vibe. It kind of, again, it's refreshing. So, and then I would call it, again, a little too feminine for me, but I would recommend this for women. I don't think I would have it in my collection. When I think of age group, I think of teenagers, and I think of women also in their 20s. And so I would put the age group as far as people actually wearing this as probably along the lines of like 16 to 30, we'll say, and then 30 and up would be fine with this. I mean, it smells very, very nice. I just mean, there's a certain youthful quality to it, but not in a way that means like, like not in the vein of like, the typical teenage prom dance perfume. I just mean that I think you'll probably see most people wearing this will be women in their 20s. It just has that kind of vibe to it. So anyway, that's the age and that's the gender. And then I'll switch now and I'll go over and then the season, because I said summer and spring. So when it comes to longevity, don't forget this is not an EDT or EDP, and so these are going to be very refreshing fragrances that are not going to necessarily last a long time. Now, I will tell you, this fragrance is not nearly as fleeting on my skin as a lot of people said it was for them. In projection, you're going to get about an elbow's length away for the first 2 hours. And then after that, though, it will definitely get close to the skin. But it's you don't buy this kind of product expecting to clear out a room, to be inside probably even, and then to have a big sillage. You buy this more for you and because of the refreshing element to it. And so I thought projection was actually pretty good, all things considered. And longevity actually was excellent for me. In fact, it will remain close to your skin, but it will be a full 6 to 8 though, close to your skin. So I actually really like that about this one. I think it was Burberry Touch is another one I liked on the guy side, where it never really massively projects at any given moment, but then it lasts a long time. So that's kind of cool about this. Actually, it's a skin scent that doesn't completely dissipate, and I got a full 6 to 8. So I really liked that about the longevity. The sillage is not, again, this isn't something you would want to wear to like a formal event at night inside and be walking in and out of rooms fully expecting to be complimented by your scent trail. It's just not that kind of fragrance, so it's not going to do that for you. This is definitely for someone who wears fragrance more for her, and you might not get a lot of unsolicited compliments on something like this, but that's not necessarily the point either, right? If even according to them, if you're having mojitos poolside and you're putting this on, you're probably not going to even be close enough to have it get picked up by somebody else. You're just wearing this more for the energy and the emotions and feelings that it emits and projects. I'm feeling rather philosophical today, but it is true. So I really appreciate that about Pacific Lime. It is linear. It knows what it wants. It has an objective, and it pulls it off. Just make sure that before you buy something like this, you know exactly what the purpose is and what its limitations are. So let's see. I think we've done pretty much just about all the categories. We also said the event, because certainly nothing against the BFFs and mojitos and poolside, but I see this more as like something along the lines of like a May wedding reception at noon or 1 o'clock or something like that on a relatively warm day, and probably a summer dress, probably wearing this, and then the event just keeps going longer and longer, and you don't have to reapply, but certainly appreciate this one. Again, don't think I won't have it in my collection, but I would recommend it to you as long as you know what is expected of it. All right, so with all that having been said, what is my rating? So out of 5 sprays, I would give this a 3. So if you follow my channel, you know that I give a 5 spray rating system for each fragrance, and then I put that same number on me. And if 1 and 2 means it's a pass, 4 and 5 means I absolutely want it in my collection or want to keep it in my collection. And then 3 is kind of no man's / no woman's land. This is a 3 out of 5 for me. This is a clear 3. And so a 3 means I might have it or I might not have it in my collection. I would not have this in my collection. I wouldn't buy this. It is on the feminine side. That said, I could definitely recommend it for the ladies out there for the reasons that I have previously stated. So there you go, 3 out of 5 sprays. I'm going to do 1 on each wrist and then 1 on the chest. And that is Pacific Lime by Atelier Cologne. And I have to say, I'm really looking forward to the other 6, and especially because someone noted on Fragrantica, they said that this fragrance was not typical of the house. So I've never tried any of Atelier Cologne's products, and so I'm excited to see the next 6 to see if they compare, if they're similar to Pacific Lime or not. All right, so 3 out of 5 sprays, 1 on each wrist, and then 1 on the center of the chest. Boom. Boom. And boom. Okay, like I said, man, I can really pick it up right now. It really is grapefruit. It's weird how the lime and the lemon are there, no doubt, but there must be something going on where the coconut is mixing with the eucalyptus and mint. There's got to be, because when I spray this, I get a very, very strong... For me, it's grapefruit. My sense of smell isn't incredibly as astute as yours, but for me, you get much more of a citrus scent than just lime and lemon. All right, folks, there you have it. Another review by the boards. This was Pacific Lime. I really enjoyed this one. It is, you know what? We're going to go ahead and drop the buzzword. It is whimsical. There, I said it. Okay, it is. It is whimsical. It's fun. It's refreshing, and I enjoyed wearing it this week. And again, thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We are close to Christmas, so happy holidays to you. I will have my episode out next week, and I look forward to again all of your comments and feedback. Really appreciate everything. And always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Always remember, fragrance